It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll get to see the Eagles' veteran linebacker, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Eagles and the Seahawks, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2 of the over here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like 2 losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Taken from about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Let's go now.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll get this one. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. They go play action with Hurts. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big pickup of 38. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
So here are the Seahawks now with a long field in front of them. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength can make every throw in the book. He's an asset to have in any offense.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for the pickup of 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. incomplete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. The Seahawks at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 97 yards.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
First, they get a little space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
He's a talented runner. That means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And he's going to go down here as sacked. They push him back to the 44. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage.
Hurts fumbles it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. They find some open field here. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down. Here's 2nd and 8. It's complete to Lockett. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up 1st and goal. They're going to look to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Hurts to throw. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Hurts fighting Goddard there. First down, Philadelphia. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Okay, ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
2nd and 4. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Looking to throw. And that, incomplete. Daylight in front if he could have held on, but he didn't. So instead it's 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. And they'll run again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just short of the goal line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Sanders. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Hurts. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. And he's got some space here. On the move past the 40. Still on his feet. Touchdown. Chase Claypool, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That's complete to Robinson. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Well, this looks like a roughing call. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused.
As Sanders has it pumped free, and the Seahawks have picked it up, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Now a second stiff arm. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. So that's going to be a nice one for the passing stats. So that's how it will go down in the stat sheet. But the success of that play, no doubt, all thanks to the talents of the wideout.
Oh, he was definitely the recipient of good blocking as well, especially at the line of scrimmage. And once he got around the corner, You got the sense that no one was going to get it. Really nice ball handling, too, in order to get it to him.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And it is now 21-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes
and he loses the football a second time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Second time in this first half now, Charles, that he's coughed up the football.
And both times, I think, they were in spots where he's got to think about covering up the ball. He's got to revert to his fundamentals in those practice drills where they carry.
And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are able to add on to their first half lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now left side on the swing pass. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Throwing again on second down. Hurts. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Open man has got it, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. But 1st down, Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down. Hurts sets up to throw it. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Second and 6 from the 10. Throwing is Hurts. Escaping the pressure. Hurts fumbles it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now.
He's got a man, complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes this 35-0 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes it at the 7. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to still going. Now he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, this hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. He's at the 30. 10. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
How about that for an exciting end to the half? I mean, instead of surrendering a late field goal at the gun, they run back the block kick to extend their lead.
What's that old expression? Fortune favors the bold. They boldly went after it, got it. Worked out pretty darn well for them.
So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Fielded just inside the 30. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. Man, that's a third fumble for him now in this ball game. And Carroll, none too pleased with that last call. He's going to throw out the challenge flag. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll...
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. They start on the ground here at Sanders, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hurts fumbles it, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, after that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp on.
Hurts fumbles it, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
What part do they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect.
Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. Hurts fumbles it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's got room. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So there.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
158 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runner.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And out and out come the Eagles.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
He finds Robinson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Wait a second. They declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now, let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry.
And he's got it to about the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's 2nd and 8.
Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
And out of bounds right around the 20. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st.
Now, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sandbag at the 16-yard line.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They're going to look to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get...
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for the Seahawks, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road day next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia,